Hello, everybody. Welcome to another loading screen. Another fantastic one this week. Hopefully, it works this time. Hey, it worked!
Alright, here we are.
Welcome to the Learn Dota 2 League Season 12. Today, it's Week 4. And I've got on mute Dota.
Yeah. I noticed Auto is drafting this time.
They got a straight up Razor band right out the gate over on MF
Yep.
Doom. That's interesting choice. I think it might telegraph one of their potential picks, you could say.
Yeah, you could be seeing Lifesteal, or you could be seeing, somebody of that nature.
Any physical damage carrier who doesn't have good escape.
And especially doesn't like to be build BKB, so you might also see a Troll Warlord, for example. Getting rid of that CK, they saw that happening last week, they say they want none of that.
Oh,
Spirit
yeah.
Breaker is also an interesting band. It's not something that would really roll off the top of my head for bands. Wind Ranger, too. They definitely don't want heroes that can chase people down. They don't want any Need for Speed Hot Pursuit in here.
Alright, let's see. Over Magi? Oh, Warlock.
Fair enough.
I feel like Warlock is basically never that bad of a hero. There's definitely games where he's not going to be able to pan out, but he's not going to be a disaster for you by any stretch of the imagination.
Right.
10 seconds.
And any AoE stun is invaluable right now.
Right.
5 seconds remaining.
And the golems aren't too bad themselves.
Dire team.
Oh yeah, I think people really sleep on the... Oh, there's Jakiro. Shoutouts to Bijiji. I think people really sleep on the Warlock Golem damage.
Yeah, no, the Golem's damage it's deceptively good. It's consistent, and towards mid-late game and versus a handful of heroes who just excel at, fighting big, beefy things like that, you can be surprised how much work a single Golem can get done. Grimstroke, second pick.
Grimstroke, second pick. We've seen Grimstroke do a lot of good in this tournament. We've seen Grimstroke backfire quite heavily this
Seen
tournament.
Grimstroke on this specific team do well, I believe.
Dragon Knight, that is a confident pick right there.
That is. That's also a good reason to get rid of the Razor.
Yep.
Also a good reason to get rid of OD.
It's true. Dragon Knight, not the biggest mana pool.
It's going to be having a hard time versus Jakiro and Grimstroke, though. Two heroes that are just good at literally melting him.
Right.
Slark Band over there on Sparta's side. I'm wondering what that's about.
If it's a 3 DK, he'll definitely need a pipe. But we'll see.
I'm kind of curious why they would ban Slark when Slark's so good at kicking Dragon Knight square in the junk.
Maybe they have a pause one in mind already that doesn't like playing in Slark.
Could be.
Could be.
So far, Sparta has not really leaned that much into their pause ones in their drafts.
And a very decisive Centaur ban.
So you could just as well be they're drafting a 3 or a 2 that doesn't like to see Slark as well.
Right. Which is, most heroes honestly don't like to see Slark, to be honest.
Right. No Centaur either. Centaur has had a huge presence at this tournament, so getting rid of him, especially when you're worried about that pause 3, brother, that's not a bad idea.
Notice 3 heroes that can go pause 3 and 1 that can go 2.
Right.
For the bands Undoomed.
Yeah, we got an interesting moment here where it's currently between both team sets of bans. Lots of heavy chase over on Sparta's ban list, and very heavy chase and persistent heroes that are hard to shake off. Whereas on the inverse, over at MF Doom, we have heroes who are really good at staying in a certain range and keeping people where you want them to be, whether it be through a little bit of chase or through consistent CC.
Right. You got Pain Zone guys. You also got some good surprise disengage guys. Outside at Chaos Knight, he kind of sticks out of that last. And that Kunkka in another one. Don't want to see the Stampede. Don't want to see the X. Don't want to see the Razor just linking your pause 1 and making him all crap. Don't want to see that OD putting you in a ball, putting you in jail.
Yep. And OD actually has one of the most potent saves in the game now with his, I think it's his shard? Could be his eggs.
5 seconds remaining.
It's either his eggs or his shard, where you can move around in Astral if you're a teammate.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's some strong stuff.
Dire team pick.
Alright, then Lena.
No Lena either. I'm thinking pretty heavily about Doom's Boss 2 here.
Yep.
It's not surprising. Derforgan had such a great game in the last series. You gotta be thinking about him
10
now.
seconds
They have left the
remaining.
Void Spirit open.
They have
And,
left the
we
voice.
saw the Dragon Void Spirit be extremely scary.
You think he might be in the Jackie Chan list of heroes as well, though.
Yep, he could be.
Could be that Void Spirit's
That's another
literally
reason why they left him open. Yeah. Either way, I think we'll probably be seeing him this game.
Oh, no surprise. You got 4 very cast-dependent heroes here so far. Dragon Knight, not quite as much, but he's still very reliant on casts if he wants to do anything but just sit there and take damage. Got a
Wraith
Wraith
King.
King.
Okay.
Is that going to be the legendary 3 Wraith King?
Not what I expected.
Absolutely not what I expected, according to the voice line.
Oh, here we go.
10 seconds.
MattyBoy is pretty surprised by this turn of events, it seems.
5 seconds remaining.
Chat open on the side here. Yep. Not what he was expecting. But Gigi says, I think this time Jakiro should get Veil. Against Dragon Knight? Yeah, you better. If you want to do any damage to that boy, you gotta get that Veil.
Works good with Fatal Bonds too on that note.
Against Dragon Knight. And more.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying hypothetically speaking, Warlock would also benefit greatly from a Veil against that team.
Oh, right,
Just
right. Yeah, that's true.
A lot of damage to just
Yeah.
burst them down, because Wraith King's biggest weakness is when the enemy team is actually manly enough to just square stomp and crush him like a soda can.
Yeah, Wraith King's got a line when you attack sometimes where he says, "What are you afraid of?" And that's a big, it's a legitimate question. Wraith King can be a self-fulfilling prophecy in a lot of situations. He does better the more you fear him.
Yeah. And I tell you who doesn't need to fear Wraith King is a couple big golems.
Or a Dragon Knight, really.
Yeah.
Dragon Knight has some good answers to the guy. If Dragon Knight isn't afraid of him.
Yeah.
Gotta wonder what they're going to be going for with any Grimstroke synergy here, because it's, again, I really dislike the idea of not using a hero's full kit to its maximum potential, and this is to say that Grimstroke doesn't need an ultimate to go with his ultimate, but he needs a very, very consistent single-target spell to make the most of it.
You think we might be seeing Abyssal Blade on Wraith King? Does that still work with the,
Yeah.
I believe it does, but I gotta say, it's a bit of a hefty purchase to warrant it.
I am the Juggernaut. I do not want to care about what Grimstroke is doing.
Yeah,
Or what
Jug can
Jakiro's doing,
more
yeah.
or less ignore him.
I am the Juggernaut. I was a pretty good counterpick here. I can get the
10
Diff Blade for the Wraith
seconds
King,
remaining.
and I can spin for Grimstroke and Jakiro. I approve of this
5
pick.
seconds Dire team pick.
And
Snapfire.
Snapfire.
Yep.
So they have either 2 or 3 open.
It's another great reason to get that Veil on, Warlock you're talking about earlier.
Don't actually know for sure whether it's a 2 or 3 open. Because DK can, in theory, he can go 2.
5
Right.
seconds remaining.
Running into some more reserve time over here for Sparta's 4th pick. What are you guys thinking? My mind, believe it or not, I've got it set on something a little more aggressive. I'm thinking that we might end up seeing something along the lines of, say, Ember Spirit.
Oh,
Necro.
Necro.
Oh, ooh, that's
Oh, there's your
aggressive, too.
Grimstroke. There's your
Yeah.
Grimstroke combo, buddy. That's just a...
Yep, that's double Reaper's
Ooh.
Death.
That is an amazing
I like
reason
it.
for Jakiro to pick up that Veil, or Necro could get it himself.
Fantastic counter to some of the tankier heroes that try to dodge stuff.
10 seconds
DK,
remaining.
Jug can fall prey to Reaper Scythe very easily. Snapfire especially.
5 seconds remaining.
He can also help sustain the Wraith King in the fight, keep him up longer. And that's good. The longer Wraith King loves long fights. The longer he's able to do what he does, the better chance he has of taking a Duke there. So having a Necro there, that's a great
and
compliment.
Shroud is a great built-in counter towards Juggernaut's Omni and Mini Omni if he gets his Ags items. I am definitely looking forward to seeing what these 5th picks are going to be for both teams, because we have some real promise here.
Oh yeah, if that's 3 Wraith King
Yeah,
and 2
leaving the
Necro
big-
as well.
It might be a. Again, it could be a 1 or 3. I
Right.
think it's 1 Wraith King.
People
That's
like
what
him
I'm
1 now.
assuming.
But
Yeah.
yeah. People like him
I
1.
will
people
say
like him
though, there is one noticeable weakness here. We have a lot of int heroes over here on Sparta's team, and I feel like an agi hero is a necessity at this point.
Pit Lord is
Right.
not bad.
That is true though. Pit Lord is not banned.
3. No Pit Lord ban. We just got rid of the Void Spirit.
Yep.
Definitely a big counter to Necro's Void Spirit. It's also
Unless
the
you
Grim
take
Stroke.
Pit Lord out here, it's an option for Big Boy LaCroix.
5 seconds remaining.
I tell you, one pick I would be considering on Doomed right now. I'd definitely be thinking of Weaver.
Weaver's not a bad pick idea, yeah. He can farm more or less independently. He's got his own reliable escape. Has very, very good self-sustain when it comes to weaving it out of fights. Doesn't need to stick near Necro too much. You can pick off the back line. It's a good idea.
And on top of that, consider this. 1, easy diff blade buyer, and he gets the mana break trait, which forces Wraith King to get a shard ASAP. 2,
Yep.
he throws those bugs on you, you get an Omni Slash hit, and you're done. Goodbye.
Oh, yeah.
Actually,
Both teams
you
can
get the
really
bugs
use
on
them.
you, and you get the little shredder armor break, and you get the Omni on you.
Yeah.
Ouch.
5 seconds.
Pain City.
Yeah, no, that is beyond Pain City. You are in the zip code.
Team pick.
You are in Pain, the zip code.
TA also not a bad
Yeah,
idea there.
damn. Kind of feel like they may wanted to pick that, but then again, against Snapfire and a bunch of the DOT, these guys could really drop on you. That's not a smart plan.
10 seconds remaining.
There's a story coming into this game, you know.
5
Two very
seconds
hungry
remaining.
teams.
Yep.
MF Doomed, and this is Sparta. You know, it's a funny thing, right? On week
20
1,
seconds on reserve time.
in week 1, if you ask me what the 2 lowest teams in the league were,
Dire
it would
team
probably be MF Doomed. This is
Yeah.
Sparta. Got an
That was
Ember
the
Spirit.
Spirit.
Got a
There's your
Spirit
Spirit.
command.
Very ambitious team over on MF Doom. Very, very strong, but requires a significant amount of farm as far as Ember and DK are considered. Jug can do
Right.
fine with middle ground items, but if he is allowed to get significant farm or advantage, he is going to stomp this game.
In week 1, these are 2 of the lowest teams in the league. They have been continually climbing and climbing and climbing that ladder. They've put themselves now both into a good middle of the pack position. You might see from this one of these stories end and another go to the next level.
Potentially.
I think if
Or
we
they
get
keep
a
1-1.
I think if we get a 2-0 in this game, then one of these guys is going on to the bracket.
Yeah, potentially.
Just more or
If
less
they-
secured.
If they lose every single game remaining, then I think they could still miss. I don't know.
Right.
I haven't done the maths.
Done the maths.
I haven't done the maths in my head, in my noggin. 3, 0.
Viper.
Ooh, Viper.
Now select your hero.
Is that a mid
Definitely a
Viper?
good idea versus DK, Snapfire, and Ember. But,
So 1 Wraith King, 2 Necro, 3 Viper.
I gotta wonder here.
3
we seem to have
Necro,
a
okay.
visual issue going on my
There you
end
go.
here.
Yep, that's one Wraith King, 2 Viper, 3 Necro.
Alright.
3 Necro. Now, I was talking about the 3s last week. Just because I said I'd like to see something different under 3 doesn't mean I wanted to see something stock on that 3. I like the Necro 3 here. I'm really interested in how this is going to turn out.
I like Bird Griffos.
Yeah! Just looks like an idiot. I hope he still speaks in the same voice, because I cannot think of anything less fitting than that stupid parrot head being like, Rot starts at the head.
Yeah.
It just starts screeching like a banshee.
He has the old, like, glitch Necro voice where he's just like...
Super.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I like these drafts, dude. You can tell easily both
Oh,
of
yeah.
these guys. The hunger is still here, man. These are 2 very, very sort of aggressive teams. 2 guys, 2 lineups that I feel like you really haven't seen a lot of these guys in these lineups for these teams. They're both trying to pull something new, pull something unorthodox. I like to see it. Hungry, hungry guys here. I'm looking
I
forward
like
to
Think
it.
about
this
this, right?
bird.
Think about how you guys have been kind of hitting on the Grim ult not having any synergy in some of these games. It has synergy here, my friends. Viper Strike plus Reaper Scythe plus
Viper
even
Scythe.
Wraithfire.
Yep, Wraithfire Blast, never anything to sneeze on. And you can also be talking items here. You can be talking Abyssal Blade on the Wraith King, which is real nasty.
That's the animated Dragon Knight. That's good news.
You could be seeing Atos on some of these guys easy. You can be seeing the, you could be seeing even something like a E-Blade potentially with a lot of magic damage there. You could be seeing an E-Blade. Hi, Meg.
Yep.
Now, on the other hand, you got a very interesting lineup going on for the MF Doomed as well. They've got a lot of pain. They've got a lot of disengage. They're one part reactionary. They're one part forward. You know, you've got the reaction with the heroes like the Juggernaut, right? Juggernaut can escape some of this pain,
30 seconds
do a
to
lot of damage himself. You've got the Dragon Knight here, who's going to hopefully be building a lot of tank this game, going to help him try to survive some of this sort of thing. On the
Yep.
other hand, you have Warlock, who's great for the counter initiation. You've got Ember Spirit, who can follow up on that Warlock ult. And oh yeah, don't forget the Snapfire. Not a lot to tee up that Mortimer Kisses, but I think against this lineup it's going to be more than enough. And you're going to be looking at sort of low mobility heroes anyway, like the Wraith King and the Viper.
the battle
2 for 2
begins.
runes.
Yep, no surprise on the rune splits here.
Yeah, neither team has an exceptionally good first blood lineup. I guess the Dyers would be better.
Let's do the calls. Here we go. On the MF Doomed, we have Victor Vaughn on the Juggernaut. Pause 1. On Pause 2, we've got Durforgan. Really made himself the star of the show last time on the Ember Spirit. Pause 3, you've got the
Uh-oh, we got
Captain.
some trouble up here top.
just some support
Some
spanting here, I think.
trades. Yeah.
Pause 3, you've got MattyBoy, team captain on the Dragon Knight. Pause 4, you've got currently running into the Dire. Danger
Yeah, he's looking
Doom,
for deep ward, maybe?
could be. Danger Doom on the Snapfire, TPing out now.
No, just making space.
Alright, yeah.
T5,
Keeping his,
Pause 5, we got Governor on Warlock, and now we wait.
And now it really is pause 5.
Oh, perfect.
Haha. Tristera
Yeah,
lag.
pause 5. That's a good one.
So, on the other side of the coin, Pause 1, who was at our little pregame bash, G-Raff on the Wraith King, right? Pause 2, we have the team captain, Jackie Chen on the Viper. Pause 3, we've got really himself the star of this game, Big Boy for Sparta. Big Boy LaCroix, Big Box LaCroix, Big Box of Crocs on that Necro. Pause 4, we've got ASC LTR3. Sounds like a fax machine on that Grimstroke. And pause 5, we've got Meth, a stand-in here
Stand-in, yeah.
on Jakiro. You think Meth does a lot of meth?
Maybe.
That's illegal.
It is illegal.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I guess it depends on where you live. I'm sure there's some places where there's not, like, any sort of drug laws. No cursing, please. This is my Christian Wraith Kingdom!
It is a melee
I think
hero
it's Christian.
against Viper, again, matchup. A little unfortunate. I think Ember has,
Interesting, by
Ember
the
has
way.
some more answers to it than most melee heroes do, I think.
I gotta say, I find the lineup here at top interesting. Really, two beefy hard hitters over here between DK and Wraith King at top. It's just... you can't really like mentally imagine who's gonna win that one off the bat, you know? It's just a slugfest.
Alright, coming back into the game here.
Alright. Yeah, this is going to be tale of two big dudes. On one hand, you've got Danger Doom, who's going to be here almost largely as a damage steroid for MattyBoy. He's going to be able to knock that armor down. He's going to be able to let DK do a lot more damage here. On the other hand, you've got Jakiro, who's able to get more of that long-term... Wraith King stunning to get a last hit there. MattyBoy, Fire Breath in response. You've got a lot of ability to do that long-term damage, to do that long-term CC with Zakiro. You want to have some armor on the Dragon Knight as well, just to make him a little harder for Wraith King to actually handle here.
Yep.
Having a big tussle down here. Oh, Matty. Matty's low. He's super
His
low.
regen
This
is
tango's
potent,
done.
though.
Ugh, he's dead.
And he's dead.
No, not enough.
Standing gets the first blood. Good job.
Congrats to Meph.
Gonna run away. Run
Ah,
around the
juked
rosy.
out the cookie. Feel like that would
Danger
have been
Doom's in a bit of an awkward spot here, actually.
yeah. It's gonna be 2 for the stand-in. Gonna be stand-in rules.
Not
Yeah.
enough
2 for the
again.
stand-in.
Alright, Meph, we see you.
Making a very large impact on this game so far. Though, I will say, I think it's great for Wraith King. It is exactly what Wraith King wants to see. But this is a story where I think Matty and Danger Doom, the Dragon Knight and the Snapfire, can come back from this. They are 2 good heroes to recover a lane.
We got some fighting here in mid. Jackie Chen and Dragon taking some really, really hard hits between each other.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Sleight of Fist does a surprising amount of damage even early.
And he's also leaning pretty hard into Flame Guard, which I think is smart. It's going to make it tougher for Viper to do damage. The longer this goes, I think the worse it's going to be for Viper.
No.
But it's definitely going to start out well for him. Bing! Meph trying to pull over here.
Yeah. In a bit of an
Running
awkward
into
spot
the-
himself now.
Yeah. Matty doesn't actually have his stun though. He's leaning all into his passive and his
I think
fire
he's dead to
breath.
flame breath. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Nope, dead to the shotgun though. Getting their heat back on Meph, as they say.
Oh no! Ember Spirit. Oh, Ember got really low in mid. He almost got taken out by Viper's poison alone.
Yep.
Ouch.
Mind, just because I said it's a less rough matchup than it would be for like another melee mid, it doesn't mean it's not a rough matchup.
Oh yeah, it's still rough, but he does have some answers here. It's not going to be the end of the world for old Derforgan. And especially if he ends lane phase early, and I think it's going to be generally to Doom's interest to end lane phase earlier. It's going to be even better for him.
Chug's
more he
farming
can,
really well down here.
Yeah. Vic Vaughn getting a lot, and Vic Vaughn getting a lot of farm in the face of some pretty heavy opposition as well. Even if you can spin to win, Big Boy LaCroix, he ain't nothing to ever sneeze off. He ain't nothing to ever write off, rather. He ain't nothing to sneeze at. He can do a lot for himself here, and he's also actually largely on
Under the
parity
top
with the Jug
lane,
as well.
Cookie.
Speaking of Jug, he's going
Wicked
really
Zed.
aggressive down here. Bottom of Big Boy LaCroix, he's really going for it.
Good Fairy Fire.
Oh, we got the Inkswell on the rebound. Big Boy actually ultimately surviving that. That's
So-
actually
Go on.
that's actually better than it looks for Big Boy there. Jug is a hero that you really want to get some of those early game kills on, and they did just kind of show, nope, that's not happening quite so easily for you, buddy. They also forced him to level up this healing ward really early, which is not something you want to do as the Juggernaut. Looks like Wraith King actually getting really low. He has no regen, so he might have to take the Walk of Shame.
Yeah,
But
they've
he
gone on
wants
him
to kill a
twice
MattyBoy.
within the last few minutes. And he just barely escaped death each time.
You're gonna barely escape death. Oh no! As they say, if you chase 2 rabbits, you'll lose them both. Though maybe not in this
Kill them
case!
both.
If you can chase 2 rabbits, you'll get them both! Great turnaround by the MF Doomed off lane.
Oh yeah, that's massive.
Ooh, that was big. That was very, very big. MF Doom putting a very good word out for themselves right now. Ember Spirit able to, with his 5 and 6, he was able to get some last hit advantage on Jackie Chen there. MattyBoy and Danger Doom really putting the hurt on at top after a rough start. And Jug just very casually just doing his business here at bot, though he is starting to actually fall behind Necro. That's a hard proposition to it's a hard thing to live with, though. Big Boy LaCroix getting a lot of money and levels has historically not turned out great for his opponents.
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
Has been killed.
DK'd his Jakiro sniped the courier here even.
Very
DK
sad.
is cutting the creep wave.
Yeah, he's going
Got
crazy.
those
He
2
wants
points
to,
mixed up inside my own head.
Right. This is sort of the strategy I was hoping to see from Lynch in the last week. They're trying to, they're just trying to starve out the carries here as much as possible.
Well, Viper is gonna make that difficult. Oh boy, they don't know.
Man.
Oh,
man.
damage on both
this
ends.
Sucks. Oh, this really sucks. Jakiro's gonna walk.
They got caught completely unaware there.
Jakiro not gonna walk. Great shot from Snapfire. Ultimately, both at the offlane for MF Doom go down. Oh, some crazy Snapfire plays. I bet Bajiji's probably pretty happy with that.
It's really easy to underestimate the range on Scatterblast.
Oh yeah, and the damage that it does, especially the, in your head it's like, oh, it's a shotgun. It's going to do a lot of damage at close range, but it's going to do nothing if I'm farther away. That's not how it works, brother. You get hit by that, you're taking a load there.
Yep.
Oh, we're looking for a kill on Big Boy. Great! Silence from Grimstroke.
Oh, and the 2-man Inkswell.
Oh, the damage! He's getting melted!
God, Fatal Bonds.
Yeah, the Fatal Bonds really made that bad for them. It's very, very good for Vic Vaughn there. Very good rotation from the Snapfire. Did not get the Big Boy.
The amount of damage you're able to churn out in a sudden, just no warning. It is so good. That is a very, very strong early game setup they've got with that right there.
Oh yeah. MattyBoy, Dragon Knight getting a little hassled up here.
Poke out in there.
The Shadows to the Train. Second time today. So this is Sparta Safe Lane actually making a very good report of themselves here.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
This is Sparta Safe Lane. Started out strong. Wheels kind of came off, but they actually were able to pretty effectively get right back on track there.
Yeah, with that help from the Viper.
Some good play calling by Captain Jackie Chen there. It's very good there. Wax is
watchful eye. Snap ult. Oh,
Big Boy going down.
Snap just ults on him. Just ults right on his head.
It is a brutal and very, very, very long range ult.
Yeah.
By the time it's hitting you, it may already be too late.
Dragon coming down though. Dragon actually catching Viper on his way somewhere else, I believe. Oh no, he was just at mid.
So man fights him at mid.
Yep, that's pretty good there. Pretty good for the MF Doom there.
Still have these 3 at bot lane. They're in good position. Shroud will save him.
Yep, Big Boy is a tough customer to actually get the drop on. I think the warning signs went off in their head. Jackie Chin storming in, but the Radiant are so fast and withdrew so early there. He got nothing accomplished.
Very aware of the map. Very good disengage. Joke's just instantly gonna go to where the farm is.
MattyBoy looking to get something done here. Meth alone at top. Actually missed the, oh no. Oh no, they're out of stuns, but he still goes down to the raw damage. Ouch. He's got to be a bit of a morale hit for the Jakiro there. Snapfire poking the head out here.
Big Boy.
Sparta wants to go in.
Caution.
Yep. Sparta was really kind of hoping something more was happening there, but since there's not really a response coming out at this point, they're more than happy to just kind of siege up here. Do not want to go for the Snapfire under, though, and Snapfire is making this a big-time investment.
I really like
Snapfire is really sitting in deep here. Very dangerous game to be played. They have a lot of good AoEs. They have every ability they can to just drop and kill her. Oh, DK showing up. He wants this. He wants some of this. Here comes the Mortimer kisses. The damage is going out, but DK's going to die for it.
Viper might go down as well. He's super low. Yep, goes down to a tower shot. Unfortunate for him.
So I want to
Not a
mention
worthy trade.
I like the drug play. as soon as he noticed that mid lane was missing, he instantly pretty much knew that Viper had TP'd somewhere. So he just went to mid, you know?
Right.
What's he gonna do?
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Really rough position here. Snapfire still stranded at bottom. The tower being sieged relentlessly.
Oh yeah.
Snapfire making it as much of a problem as possible. Jakiro might be the key to dealing with that.
Yeah.
But you got a bit of an irregular there with Jakiro. That doctrine, that strategy might not be exactly what Jakiro has in mind.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Look at the
attack.
net worth here. Even though Wraith King's actually leading for last hits, Ember Spirit's actually on top for net worth at the moment.
Yep. Got that highly valued kill on the Viper.
Followed very closely though by 3 members of the Dire: Wraith King, Necro, and Viper, all doing very well for themselves here. Jug actually
Radiant's bottom tower
having to take
is
a bit of
under
a
attack.
back foot here. He is still very close to them, but you want to be up as Jug. You don't want to be
Radiant's
close, you know.
bottom tower has
We'll
fallen.
ultimately siege up that bot tower.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Notably, the 2 guys at top actually came out of this with a lot of money. Actually, Snapfire more than Dragon Knight here,
Yep.
just from getting those early kills. Wraith King trying to make as much of an effort as possible to just get as much farm as imaginable here.
Right.
In the last series, there was a bit of a problem where G-Raf could not actually farm that much. There just was not enough money on the map for him. So this time, they're trying to do a completely different strategy. Now it's Big Boy trying to be as much of a problem, just be as omnipresent as possible. If you get it, Omni, Juggernaut. Be as omnipresent as possible. Give him that space. Give him that room. And even though he's probably not going to see the same performance for himself as the last game so far, that's definitely been panning out in his
Dire's
team's
top
favor.
tower is under attack.
We got a
Now
little bit
we
of
take it slow.
really anxious, just creeping around this mid lane here. 3v3, just waiting in the wings. They were gonna go for this? No, not yet.
Classic Dota, everybody just kind of hanging around mid, wanting to push the other side, but not quite getting
DK gets a little ambitious here. Oh, the Mortar Kiss goes out. The Soulbind is down. They're gonna melt for it though.
Notably, this happened just to make this fight go a little worse for them. Both of the supports for this is Sparta going down. At the very least, very fortunate turn of events. It was not the case for the carries. Wraith
Emperor's
King,
double damage. He's
very
gonna get melted
brave here.
too.
That is a ambitious CP.
that was. It's starting to work out. Matty just
Harsh crit.
getting cut in half.
Ember. Oh, he's just low on mana.
Yeah, Ember is low on mana, and they are looking for him, Duddy. Slight with the ice pad there, unfortunately. No, they say to Jakiro.
Yeah.
Getting X-Ping because he missed the ice pad, that's very sad. On one hand, that looked really, really bad for the Dire, but I don't think it was actually that as bad as it was. It
Yeah, they
showed
still have the net worth advantage.
it showed that they still can't really fight the Necro right now, especially in combination with that Wraith King. And Wraith King made a great presentation for himself. 9/10 of the people in Dota, if they had TB'd there, just would have died instantly. That would have been that. But the reincarnate plus the health battery that Big Boy is becoming at this point. He's going. He is heading straight for Bibe of Insight, dude. He is going all over that. I actually feel like a lock it next would be really good for him.
Wraith King used that ulti so well there. You know, most people just try to conserve their first life. No, he gives it up just to come back stronger.
Yeah, it's a technique you got to be really good with for a pause 3 Wraith King, though it certainly is not a bad skill to have for pause 1. Gonna have the two pause 1s looking at each other here. No fight. Gets pinged.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Big Boy LaCroix. If we are assuming that Big Boy LaCroix is is a Cajun fella, you know. Oh, come on now there, Red King. We don't want to be going in on that booth. We don't do down there.
Why did Viper deny the
Hero,
end
oh, he's gonna make it.
Oh my god! Oh my god! That was great bait! That was great bait! Jakiro, don't walk into the Snapfire ult! Okay. That would have been embarrassing.
I gotta
Oh, that
say,
was-
as far as bait goes, led along on a string
Sure.
like a kite.
Is under
Yeah, that was fantastic play by Jakiro
Oh, no.
there.
Wraith King. He's gonna stun him.
He's looking. Got the stun out. Chug is so
Oh.
strong. Here comes the Omni Slash immediately. Immediately! Unfortunately, most of it goes onto Necro, who's shrouded.
Oh, those
Dragon Knight
powerful
takes
crits.
half his HP from a single crit. That break, man, that break really screwing with him here.
Oh yeah.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
That's the
Oh,
bravest
God.
Snapfire in the history of the world, baby! That's the bravest Snapfire in the history of the world! And look at
Wow.
what came from it! Okay, maybe
Oh,
not, look away.
Not enough. It is not enough. They are mighty.
Holy
Wraith
crap!
King.
Right now, it's like men trying to fell titans. They're giving it their best, but they are uphill. They are trying to fight this battle metaphorically
Oh,
uphill.
no, Ember. Oh,
He is getting
that's
away.
such danger. This Wraith King's out of control already.
Yeah. Man, this is it. This is what I was talking about with this last game for This is Sparta. You can definitely tell. There was definitely some consideration of that in this round, and it is looking great for them so far. The MattyBoy is not, 18-0 this time, and he's not going to go 18-0 this time, but look at this monster he's created with
It's a
this
big
Wraith
boy,
King here.
not MattyBoy.
Yeah, that's what I said, wasn't it?
They said MattyBoy.
Sorry. Big Boy
Happens.
is not 18-0 this time, but look at this monster he has created in
Oh,
Giraffe. Giraffe is no slouch. To be honest with you, to be blunt with you, is Giraffe going to be in my, top 3 of the pause ones? Probably not, no. But man, he's putting on a really good performance, and a lot of that is just because Big Boy buying him so much time while sustaining himself here. The Viper going so well with them. They're trapping everybody in these fights, and Wraith King has a luxury. If he wants to get some money, get some damage done, he can show up. If he doesn't, he has no obligation. They can fight for themselves.
Yeah.
They're going to lose some supports from time to time, but that's fine, brother. And they've had a major impact, and they've been targeting very heavily Dragon. They watched the tapes from last week for sure. Hopefully our cast. And they know that Dragon is going to be a lot on his shoulders this week. And Dragon's
Yep.
had a great performance. Dragon's been doing good. He's had a lot of ballsy plays that work just right for Ember Spirit.
Dire's
One
middle
thing that
tower
we
is
saw
under
last
attack.
week, Iceman, had a bit of a crisis of confidence with the
Gonna walk
Ember
in a
Spirit
Wraith
there.
King here though.
Yeah, ouch.
Oh,
Luckily
half
he
his
had
HP in 3 swings.
Luckily, he had an exit plan there. You saw Iceman, who had a sort of a crisis of confidence with the Ember Spirit last week, underestimated himself on a couple of occasions. This week, Dragon, he knows that. He knows that history. He knows you can't underestimate yourself, as Ember Spirit might put it. And he is using that to his advantage. But man, they're really playing smart around it. These are two teams. Not only do you know these guys are hungry, I think both teams really understand the position that they're in here. They're the two rising stars, and it really feels like they're trying to make the most of what they got here. You also definitely can tell they put a lot of thought, they put a lot of effort into this match, and brother, that's what I like to see.
Ooh, we have a smoke popped up
Smoke.
in the triangle.
4 man.
Sapphire almost has eggs already. My god.
Definitely scary.
Absolutely, you do
Oh,
not want to
no.
be dealing with that goblin spit
Oh
out.
boy.
Uh-oh, Matty, brother. Oh, Dragon Knight just evaporated, popped ult before he died, but to no
Sure.
avail. I am the Juggernaut. I cannot Omni-Slash right now because I'm only fighting the Necro. I am taking a surprisingly
Ooh,
large
yeah,
amount of
this-
damage.
Oh, he's down.
Does not matter. There goes the Necrolite, but now I
Ooh,
might die.
Juggernaut out. Oh, it's not enough.
Wow, there he goes, man. There
Oh,
he
yeah.
goes.
Wraith
The Wraith
King's
King
still
striding
fighting.
through the lane like he is just the god of all things, and it certainly feels like it with the way he hits.
You got a lot to be afraid of with that Wraith King now. I love the
He's going
Deso.
whistle.
I love the Deso,
Deso,
man.
an armlet, I'm going to tell you right now, it's one of my favorites. Very classic Wraith King build. Call back to old Skeleton King.
Yeah.
Giraffe right now. You see this little divot in the ground here? That's from Giraffe's big balls dragging all the way through this game, through this lane, man.
Yeah.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And,
He is
like
not
I said,
afraid of anything. He is playing in the Wraith King mentality. He is doing great for himself here. Get the glyph.
Like we kind of mentioned, might happen earlier. He's leaving that option for the Abyssal open for himself, picking up the Basher.
Right.
Actually had Blink queued up earlier, decided against it.
Actually, it really turned out to be, for the most part, no need so far.
Oh yeah?
Vic Vaughn looking to turn it around a little bit here.
Oh no.
There's just so much attrition here. Warlock actually has to blow some abilities to get himself out here. Wraith King is so hungry right now.
Oh yeah, he is.
Jack popping the Macrobuyer. Just to make this a little worse
Oh,
defend.
snap.
Sees a Snapfire going right on it. Whoa, whoa.
Oh, it's gonna get scythed.
Not the scythe kill, but
Oh, they caught Warlock with the edge of the ice path!
Oh yeah,
ouch,
they did.
ouch, ouch, ouch.
Oh,
Oh
this is
man, he's
over for him.
dead.
Yep.
I am the Juggernaut. I will run out now. I cannot get anything done though.
This is Sparta is not afraid to drop ults on somebody just to
This
snake
thing's
that
a little
kill.
alone. Okay, he's got Viper with him. That's a start.
Death has no grip on the Wraith
Reincarnate
King here. Coming back up. Very likely
boy,
going to get Matty here.
again.
Look at him melt!
Another great use of the reincarnate.
Good reincarnate. One thing that I should mention.
Desolator, really a big workhorse as far as his items go. The damage he's
Yeah.
allowed to do with that, especially to DK. This is a problem. This is something that needs to be rectified. It can't be played around with simple magic community with BKB. There needs to be a play around here.
Viper, man, doing a lot of good work with his W there as well. Basically, it seems like every time MattyBoy shows up, he gets a W dropped on his head. He gets that W dropped on his head. Nothing more to do here. He's leveled all into ult. Or it's actually kind of low leveled as well. You can see there he's doing about on the same tier as the supports. Fortunately for him, I think he needs to get some books actually, which was not usually something you need as Pots 3. I do think at the very least he is putting his best effort into this Pots 3 role, though. I will say, going for the Halberd at this juncture, I don't know about it. Wraith King's got a second life. That Halberd doesn't work so well on him. You need to stop his damage, not stop him from attacking.
Yep.
Breaking down this T1 here at top.
They're gonna break down more than that if they find them, but I have vision of that. Nicely get away.
No desire to fight here.
I do not blame them.
Gonna hit up Vic Vaughn here. Very unfortunately for them, man. They got Big Boy just always to worry about when they're pushing. Big Boy and especially Big Boy with the Jakiro, they can keep the waves wherever they want them, whenever they want them.
And he's a constant threat to an Omni Slash.
Yep. That Omni Slash, he just cannot ever seem to comfortably Omni Slash. It always feels like right when he wants to, and Big Boy always in his face. He's really playing this game well, man. Big Boy.
Oh yeah.
Big Boy, one of the big boys in this league as far as the boss 3s go. Getting those agrees, that's just going to make him even harder to deal with.
Yep.
There's gonna
try
be,
to poke with the smoke here.
I was going to say, there's going to be small boys, but now it's Viper bottling it. Out of smoke.
I see.
See Snap. Snap, not
I'm
very
poking
afraid.
Wraith
They don't
King
want
well.
to, don't want to go on her for some reason. Capturing up the outpost. Just going to take out another tower here.
Yep.
They're really bottling out poor Jug here. Actually, Jug now in very much the same position as Ursa actually was in Sparta's last game. He can't farm at all, really. It's just all the money is going to Ember Spirit. G-Raptor's going to eat a whole Snapfire ult and not even care. Unfortunately, no follow-up to that, even though it was a pretty good ult.
You can feel the tension in the air as these exchanges happen. They only are able to fight back with Snapfire ult from a distance. That is not a good sign, but I will say they have definitely earned that ability to pressure their team. Right now, this is Sparta has a unflinchingly confident advantage over them. Gold-wise, maybe not quite kill-wise, but the amount of farm that Wraith King and Viper are accruing at this point is very intimidating. It's hard to play around when the enemy is that significantly ahead of you. However, it's not completely out of reach for them yet over on
no.
MF Doom.
They still got that Ember Spirit. Ember Spirit making a lot of money. Ember Spirit can turn this around for them almost single-handedly. We've seen Dragon pull great games out before.
Speaking of Dragon, Dragon Knight is currently building up for Assange after his BKB. And I gotta say, he's in a rough spot between Viper and Necro, both gunning for him in fights. Jakiro, not typically far away, able to melt him in a heartbeat. It's a very, very scary prospect, but it takes a lot of gumption to get right up in there and keep fighting regardless.
Speaking of getting right up in there, they're just gonna march uphill.
Oh, the fatal bonds!
Another Viper strike on the Dragon Knight.
Chug
is Chug is dead! Chug is dead! He's got no buy! He's got nothing!
Dragon Knight falls, bravely fighting the Viper, but it is not enough! It is simply not enough! These Titans are walking all over them!
You have to kill that man 2 more times.
Another snap ult! This is a great snap ult! Everybody just having to break down here. Viper versus the Ember Spirit. Viper losing actually pretty considerably. He's gonna go down for this. Big boy, can you see him? Not quite.
Down. Jakiro's running for his life. That BKB is almost up, and they get him. Grimstroke caught in the stun. He's down too, and Necro, he can't escape.
But back here, Wraith King, he's coming back, man, and he's mad.
He is. Ember's awkwardly.
I don't have to chase him. He'll chase me. Dragon Knight coming in. Once that Necro. Wraith King says, I don't give one. Just tearing him to shreds, baby. Ember Spirit's back, though.
How do you deal
Knocks
with that?
out this Rex.
Jug's back up, and he's out for blood. Here it goes.
I am the Juggernaut. I will run over this Necrolite.
Here comes the slash.
Yep.
Wraith King's gonna get away with this, it looks like. Oh.
Yep, walks right out of there. Wow,
Ember
what
didn't have quite enough mana for a slate plus the chains there.
What a huge show that fight was, man. On one hand, it super sucks that they lost a rack down here. Well, on the other hand, I think that also showed it's not over.
Oh no, the skeletons! There were 2 skeletons just punching the racks.
Yeah. On one hand, it sucks big time to lose that T3, lose that Rex. On the other hand, man, I feel like if any team can make a comeback from it, it's the team with this Ember Spirit.
Yep.
Because Ember Spirit ain't nothing to screw with. Wraith King has his shard.
You've seen the way this guy plays with his fire spirits, you know, so you're gonna have so many more in the fight, and they're gonna be so much more mobile.
Right. Yeah, literally.
It's gonna be pretty dangerous.
I gotta say, they didn't take Wraith King down for good in that one. They lost a melee rack. However, they did manage to kill 4 out of the 5 heroes in that fight, and that is a significant amount of gold Embers accrued from surviving towards the end of that.
And they didn't actually
also got a timeout too. No, they did not.
Yeah, the right guys did the job there. The right guys were in the right positions for that. It was very good. Ember Spirit actually now very close to Wraith King in that net worth, and he's got some very useful stuff though. This he did have to use his 9-second BKB for that.
Thrice is nice.
Oh good, he does still have his regular voice.
Yeah.
I like how that was a pertinent. So that was really bothering you.
It was. I was really hoping, like, in my head, it was just like, "Squawk, no more lingering, no more lingering." Damn.
Oh man, I'm just watching Wraith King mill about the jungle and casually 1 or 2 shotting creeps. Yeah. This man has hit a lethal snowball. Oh no, here he comes! He found DK first!
Miss.
Will that be enough to save him? No, it will not. Out goes the
another
Mortimer
big
kisses.
Mortimer kiss. But the Warlock wasn't able to get the golems out to go with him.
Oh, and Chug is shredding the hell out of that Necro! He's down! Viper's got
finally eating it. Viper's got no mana.
Jakiro goes down too. After Ember Spirit, Brimstroke and Wraith King going around trying to cut him off, but he's just running for his life.
The creeps, by the way, in that fight knocked down the range Rex down a bot. This is hard, man. This is gonna be. They're gonna have to defend these with this manpower.
Wraith King definitely looks untouchable right now.
I feel like at this point, being that he lacks a BKB, it might be prudent to actually go for some halberds.
Yep. One thing that
maybe working on one, or he's got a singe, so
he was
could put that in
yeah.
the halberd.
One thing, oh, Viper got that shard. They're just shredding these objectives now. One thing that certainly is coming in a lot of, oh man.
Ooh, good damage out. BKB popped, but is he just gonna walk this off?
Maybe not actually.
He has evil slowing him down. Try to armlet toggle, didn't work.
Can they kill him again though?
His team is not here for him, man.
Out.
His team
This
is
might be
not
it.
in town.
Necro's on his way, but no, he's running for his life. He's telling him to run.
And that's a
really
godlike
big.
to Ember. I gotta say.
That's dangerous.
I gotta say, I think the decision to just completely split, assumption maybe that Wraith King was gonna be fine, that didn't work out. I think if Viper had stayed, at least they would have gotten a rack for that. That probably would have made it worth it. I don't know if there's a path. They could definitely win with one set of racks down. I don't know if there's a path necessarily for MF. They get another set. At this point, man, that's as good of a sign as a man is legally allowed to have. That godlike not only going down to the perfect person to get it.
Right.
Right now, Wraith King is dominating the net worth chart. Ember Spirit not too far behind him, and Viper tailing just behind them.
Right.
As it stands right now, I have to be honest, DK is going to need some really, really good comeback gold here to make himself stand out in the late game. That halberd he is in fact going for might be the tipping point, but we will need to see that when the fighting actually starts.
Yep.
Right. He's getting a little closer and closer to that. He's finding it pretty difficult to get any money. He's actually only on the, he's actually really, at this point, the pseudo pause 4, while Snapfire is really the 3. Uh-oh. Dragon figured it out, man. Dragon figured it out. Big Omni. But man, it didn't do that much damage. It felt like
tons of damage. He's so fast. Oh, and the Viper
double
strike.
Viper strike.
Oh,
Necro in
kisses.
all the pain a man's allowed to be in.
Oh, he misclicked the illusion.
That's really sad.
Wraith King is here. He's got his reincarnate.
He's being overwhelmed. It's not enough. He's completely surrounded. Grimstroke can't do anything from distance. It's gonna be a second down for this man.
Oh,
no. Low brought the king. Holy crap.
He looked unbeatable 5 minutes ago, but they beat him.
Sapphire has to go top and push out some creeps really quick while the rest are taking mid. They're going to respawn shortly, and at least except for Wraith King. He got a very, very, very well-earned death there. But man, they need to start considering here. They need to really put in another effort for a big defense here. They need to drop whatever they can to keep these tier 3s from being pushed in.
Right.
They can't let their advantage slip at this point. Not against Ember.
They gotta buy that 20 seconds for Viper to come up, man. This Macropire might be the way to go about it. No, it doesn't want to drop it yet. Here it comes.
Zato's
Okay.
out on a creep.
Necro
Macropire's
and
out.
Hero, so hard to push against.
DK and Ember trapped the base. The Viper struck. The BKB is up on him, but it's not enough. Viper is out for blood, and he can see DK.
Goodbye, DK.
No, the Viper side, he is down.
Double Viper Strike, nasty.
The double Viper strike. They were able to turn that fight around, having to use Macropire for the creep wave, and without the Wraith King, notably.
Yep.
Ooh, mama. That was, this is getting to be sweat under your shirt, man. Like, sweat through your shirt, what am I saying? It'll be a real sweat through your shirt kind of Dota here.
Got a Roche attempt here in mid, it looks like.
Right.
Yep.
Don't think they got seen for this. Oh no, there's not Radiant Vision within like a mile of here. It's just gonna have to be a guess if anything.
Let's get it up. Nah, it doesn't seem like it. It's gonna be free.
And down goes Roshan.
Wisely.
This time.
Wisely does not Stick it on the Wraith King. I
And now
approve that
Viper
choice.
also.
Gonna take short.
Viper also now has poison attack, Ag Shard upgraded. That is extremely dangerous. For
Oh, he
DK
already had that. They gave that to Grimstroke for the.
Oh, they
Inkswell
give it to
kill.
Grimstroke. Oh, that's even better.
For me.
Inkswell placed on Wraith King with the heal effect in place. That is very, very, very scary.
Or you could place that
Yeah.
on Necro, make him absolutely unkillable when need be.
No kidding, yeah.
That's absolutely not.
It's not what MattyBoy expected.
I can say the same. Ah!
That good line.
Once again, bearing really hard down here. They want to take a fight uphill. It's hard to argue because they do not have the towers here. Viper just got it. Oh boy, Viper just got a sheep stick. If he pops that at a surprise time with that Grimstroke ult, that can knock 2 people entirely out of the fight. You can't BKB
super
with that
smart
thing on you, man.
purchase.
Not a typical Viper buy, but certainly a good option here.
Gonna try to knock down this tier 3 here.
A little ambitious here.
They're daring. They are really hoping that that MF Doom comes out, tries to fight him on the ground here. It's hard to argue with that strategy here.
Wraith King's sitting near mid right now. He's heading towards top. He's got AC and Deso. That is a ridiculously potent combo.
It sure
yeah.
is. They're actually going to knock this tower down without actually walking uphill here.
Yep.
This is smart. This is something that one of the teams the other week was in a really good position to do, but they kind of lost sight on it. We got
Here
a
they go.
huge entry.
They're in.
Juggernaut. Juggernaut
Wraith
with
King
the
is getting
Omni.
absolutely destroyed.
He's
The
down.
King's dead, but not for long.
Yep.
DK standing in the Macropire. He's soulbound. He's taking a ton of damage. It's too much. Double.
And down he goes.
Oh. Jug is
Oh, Ember.
fighting for his life, but
Ember
Wraith
going
King is
down.
turning around.
Ember's dead.
Oh, the mini
One
Omni's out,
last
but it's
time.
up again.
Wraith King's dead too.
The buyback on DK. He's not letting this one fly.
Oh,
But what
Ember's
can he
gonna
do?
buy
He
back.
doesn't have his ultimate, and his BKB is off cooldown.
Ember's here.
Ooh, nice damage. But it's really hard to survive the Viper Strike. Is he gonna live? No! No, he's down!
Warlock just got thrown as a sacrificial lamb up to Viper here. Still has
And it's
Aegis.
worked out.
Wraith King's back. Oh boy. That's a lot of buybacks. That's
Yep.
gonna make the next fight, if there is a next fight, very, very scary.
Radiant's middle barracks are under attack.
Top racks going all the way down.
Has fallen.
They got one
not-
lane left.
Yeah.
Necro staying just arm's length away from Viper here. I think the idea is don't fight. It's a good idea. It's a good idea.
Radiant's
2 racks,
Yep,
that's
Megas.
Megas.
has fallen. The
I don't know if there's a path anymore for Doomed. I think they're living up to their name right now.
Radiant structures are fortified.
None of that first Megas comeback of the tourney.
Could be. If there is a team that could do it, I think it is this team. That Ember is so strong, and Ember is a great hero to have on your lineup doing that. But they're not rolling over. Certainly, they're going to try and outlast him here. They're going to try
Yep.
and actually go for that Megas comeback.
Kept the shrine just so Grimstroke can come. It's nice. It's very wholesome.
A wholesome 100. Thanks for the gold, kind stranger.
Yeah, yeah.
Shoutouts to Redditor Bajichi.
You know, I've been examining what's happening so far in this game over the course of it. I really do feel like Wraith King being picked as a suspected third, only to be a first priority, is really what set them forward in the momentum here. They
Yeah,
really
I would
underestimated
agree.
Wraith King's potential.
In my head, I was definitely thinking Wraith King 3, especially considering we saw Big Boy on the
On the CK.
CK last game. Yes, thank you. I was really thinking that, and I think they were thinking it too. They had a lot of thought in mind for the hypothetical one.
Yep.
But that didn't happen.
And there was not a one. Or there was, but it's just not who they expected it to be.
Right. They had a different 3 from more notably from the way they expected. Calling a lot of jungle items.
Such
here.
a flex
Spell Prism.
lineup.
Spell Prism on Necro is going to be really nasty.
Oh boy.
Goodbye, Grimstroke. It's good seeing you.
It's gonna delete him.
Making a huge
Ember.
retreat here. Dire, no desire to fight without that Grimstroke ult available to them. Here comes the Snapple. Just trying to knock out as many people as possible.
Yep.
Necro just,
Radiant's middle
I
tower is
want
under
no
attack.
part of this. That's a
Head to
penta.
edge. Oh,
That's
that-
a penta for the Wraith King.
I don't mean to sound pessimistic, but that honestly sounds like the tolling of the bell that is death.
Right into that inventory. Right in. I was gonna flame you if you didn't do that, Giraffe. He watches their own games. I know that because he was talking about in spite of earlier the infamous in spite of rant. But oh man, I love to see that. That is gonna be real nasty.
Oh yeah.
Viper's got a lot of money saved up, not using it. Very interesting. I think Ags wouldn't actually go. When
If he
actually
buys
be able
eggs,
to-
you won't have enough for buyback.
That's true. I
Only
could
it's
get,
about 3k surplus.
Yeah. Could be working on it at the very least, you know. Just throwing that out. They're just throwing that out.
Smoker.
Ah, he's going for
Thanks.
Shiva's guard.
Wraith King's alone. He's alone. He's super alone.
He's going for a Shiva's guard. Necro also going for Shiva's. Double Shiva's, I guess. Uh-oh.
Alright. Oh boy.
Bad news for any Viper fans in the audience.
Overwhelmed and surrounded, but he's not going to go down without a fight.
Oh.
It's not enough. Necro's surrounded. He's getting hit with Mortimer kisses. Grimstroke and Jakiro coming in to help, and Wraith King circling around. They're going to get pincered, it looks like. No, Wraith King's walking in alone. Where's his team? He needs them.
Oh boy.
Never mind. A two-sided disengage, but Necro's still caught
Oh
out.
my god.
Oh,
It's looking possible.
They just won
They
that
both have
3v5.
buyback.
The Warlock and the Dragon Knight actually had to stay back, but the downside to that is they lost one of the T4s. The other one is not looking great.
Yeah, they have to keep so much attention on this base.
Right. Very fortunate you have Warlock here with that shard, or else most of these guys probably would not be able to stand up to the creeps here. Denied another Invis rune. At this point, perhaps the play, rather than trying to get a good fight outsides here, would be to try and just do all the way on pressure. Just go all the way on, just trying to knock out any creep waves, keep the equilibrium as far back as possible, and keep them getting casual shots on that T4 for at least the meantime. Roche coming back up. He's taking his sweet time here.
He sure is.
Wraith King still collecting donations here. They got a smoke out. I don't think they're gonna find anybody necessarily. They're a long way from where the Dire are right now.
And that Ember is formidable.
But she says, "Why'd you call me a redditor?"
Good question.
Are you trying to smoke into Roche, maybe? They are, but he ain't home.
He's not alive.
oh no.
Oh,
They
please
know
hold
it's
him.
coming.
Oh no, they see him! The
Chuck
Iceman!
silence.
No! The bad cookie! Oh no!
It's
He's
okay.
fine. They were afraid to go in. They were thinking Ember was right behind him. He actually wasn't. Only now are they willing to charge in. There's no Roche present.
They are
This is
paranoid
tense,
now.
man. This is real tense.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody knows.
Super tense.
Everybody knows the stakes here. Everybody knows what this means for the future of the LD2L, I think.
It's like when you're making toast, you're just sitting there staring at the machine, just waiting for it to ka-ching, shoot the toast out. It's like a
Right.
jump scare. You're just waiting for
Right.
that tension to release, and it is thick in the air.
Oh,
Roche is
yeah.
here.
Speed the
He
birth.
is. Looks like
Sparta,
Sparta
seen
will
it.
have a pretty clear.
Radiant know they're here.
Oh yeah, they do.
But
I
now
don't
they're in
think
a
they can do
fix.
anything about
Can they leave base to do anything about this? It's a hard question. We got a refresher shard with them this time, and the cheese.
Yes and no. Yeah.
And there's the shard too. Necro's looking at that, I think. No, Viper wants it.
Jakiro got it.
Wasn't the shard? Yeah. Well, I mean, it was a shard. Just the
Yeah, refresher shard. Jakiro got the refresher.
Right. Jack got the refresher. Gonna have 2 macros in this next fight.
Yep.
Also got eels, which could be good for just stopping the chase and right click sort of flow going on here.
Oh yeah.
They're smoked. They're really hoping somebody just kind of tries to drop out of base to counterattack that, but oh, the double Omni!
Oh, that's okay. That's weird. I didn't know.
Don't
they were
worry, it was
actually
just the
like
mini. It was just Swift Slash.
Yep.
He's after. Oh, the attack range. I just realized he's still got Grove Bow. That's why he's hitting from so far away.
that. Well, dump the golems on 4.
We got the proper Omni. It's on Jack.
Oh no!
Jack brought it to Wraith
King.
King. We got the chain. Double side.
Oh.
Goodbye, Jug. He's got buyback. Oh my god, he's got buyback. Of course he does. Viper Aegis going down. Slit slash.
King's first life is down. DK's hexed and he's dead. He's gonna need to
Warlock's
buy
out
back.
of
This
it.
is the push. This is the fight to survive. The struggle to live. Is this gonna work out for them?
They have glyph. They're holding it though.
Sparta walking out here.
Such patience on the
They're-
glyph.
On one hand, that's not great for Sparta. On the other, it's not great for either team. There's a lot of nasty going on here. It basically comes down to this: if Juggernaut dies in the next 5 minutes, this game is over.
Ember
They
denies the
have.
Warlock at you.
They've been playing the slow siege here. They can't wait. If they give Juggernaut a chance for that buyback to come back up again, it's just going to go on forever. And the longer this goes, the more opportunity they have to come back from this.
Yep.
Coin for me.
Because the creeps actually get stronger as the game goes on. There is a point where they're equally as strong as the megas.
We're going to have to sit here for 3 hours, and poor Alsa's going to have to leave. But
It's very long, of course, but
Yeah.
it does have an effect as the game goes on,
right.
even if it's not necessarily to go long enough to get the full effect.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Warlock's
Oh,
courier
Warlock.
casually dies, I think, to megas, actually.
Yeah.
Kid Dynamite, not Kid Dynamite, MattyBoy's courier also going down pretty heavily here.
Flaming Kid Dynamite when he's not even here.
Come on, Kid Dynamite, why'd you let Warlock's courier die? It's all his fault. Viper finished that Shivas. I might have a profound effect on this. One thing it just sort of sunk in for me. They did not actually blow the cheese on Necro there.
Yep.
Actually,
This
farming
Kayan
up.
Sun. It's an
Yep.
interesting item.
They're actually getting a little closer. They actually haven't used the refresher shard either, notably.
Yep.
Oh, I just realized Grimstruck's got his Ags.
He sure does, yep.
Ooh.
That could
Making
be,
the jug copy would be the most useful here.
Yep.
Dark
Jug
Portrait
copy.
put on Jug or Ember could really be lethal.
Right.
They're on jug because Ember's got kind of more of a caster build going on here.
MattyBoy has a halberd. Dragon Knight is halberded up.
Yep.
Looks like it's right back to the old dive here. Right back up to the top lane.
Notably, Ember also has a sheep stick.
Radiant's ancient is under.
Oh,
Damn
man,
Cliff.
double damage to BK being there wailing on the tower.
bam,
They
bam,
can't stop
bam!
it.
It's over.
Oh,
Viper
yeah.
single-handedly
It's over.
able to knock out that ancient there, basically. Oh, that was a
All right.
barn burner.
Simply
Good Dota.
brutal.
That was a lot of pain. A very, very short time. I think
yeah.
some of the scores on MF Doom kind of betray how good they were actually doing there. MattyBoy died a lot, but he also put a lot of time on the clock going down, even in defeat. So that was good on him. Played a very good game here, but boy howdy, boy howdy, that was oh, join my lobby. Thank you, Matty.
How nice of him.
Switch over here. And, oh, that's our BRB. That's for all the people at home that don't usually get to see that. BRB people at home, and by BRB, I mean we'll see you next time. With probably no Ocelot.